going on, y'all? We're back. We're ready to hit you with another one. Like I said, I plan on keeping these coming. I told y'all before, so we're gonna just keep that going, and we're gonna keep it going strong. We're gonna go sports this time, and of course, tonight we got opening night for the NBA. Got a couple of really good ones, specifically on TNT, and that's gonna be the heart of what I want to talk about here, real quick. But first game is going to be the New York Knicks facing off against the reigning defending champions, who are actually going to be celebrating ring night and the 18th banner in the Boston Celtics. Now, the second game will actually feature the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Los Angeles Lakers, which I gotta say could be one of the more interesting teams in the league this season. But again, I want to focus more on the aspect of the NBA on TNT, as this marks the opening night of the final season of the NBA on TNT, and this goes back quite a ways. Like, I'm thinking even into the 80s. I don't know the exact dates and times and everything, but man, it's just incredible thinking back on it, and just all the memories I have of watching just NBA on TNT and what wound up becoming Inside the NBA, and of course the multi-Emmy award winning show that's been over the years. It's gonna be really strange watching that for me, just knowing that that's something that is going to be coming to an end this season, and it's certainly bittersweet, especially knowing that it's going to transition from the NBA on TNT back to the NBA on NBC, as well as NBA on Amazon as well. But yeah, this is going to be something else, and I'm actually looking forward to this, but expect a follow-up on this, as I've talked about this in the past. I just find it really, really odd that this is actually the beginning of the end when it comes to what has to be considered a legacy in sports, and that's really the only way I know to look at that. But speaking of legacy in sports, and of course I can't talk NBA without talking WNBA, and gotta put over the New York Liberty. Congratulations to the new 2024 WNBA World Champions. And of course, there's a fair share of controversy that came near the end of the regulation, where Breanna Stewart was sent to Sabrina Ionescu was sent to the line for some clutch free throws. And of course, we got Breanna Stewart here, who is celebrating this, the first championship, the first WNBA championship in New York. And I gotta say, it's definitely something that was fantastic to see. Getting to see New York celebrate the way that it did, it's more than what they have to speak for with the next topic, but that's neither here nor there. It actually was really, really cool to watch, and if nothing else, I feel like this is something that is definitely good for the sport, for women's basketball, and it just goes to show how much everything with this has come a long way. I gotta say, it was an exceptional matchup from beginning to end throughout the series. Again, a lot of people have talked about the officiating, and I feel like that's going to be the case no matter what. So to me, that's much ado about nothing. I mean, it's something that's happened throughout the history of sport, so it is what it is. There are going to be sour grapes about it. I'm here to celebrate it, and again, congratulations to Breanna Stewart, MVP Jonquel Jones, again Sabrina Ionescu, and the rest of the crew. It just was an incredible watch, and it can only get better from here. With that in mind, speaking of can only get better from here, we got to talk about the New York Jets, and of course a follow-up to what we talked about last week with the addition of Davante Adams. Now, I I wouldn't look at what happened Sunday night as a bad thing at all for the Jets. I think, if anything, it's just going to show that, for one thing, if you thought that was something that was just going to pop off the moment that Davante got on the field, I don't think you were looking at this very realistically at all. The thing about the New York Jets, especially now with Davante Adams there, is that he's going to do what Davante Adams does. He's going to get open, and he's going to create openings for other guys, which is something that I said last week. And it's something that I've had certainly heard other people say. It's something that I've acknowledged in conversations. Now, is it going to be enough for them to even get into the playoffs, much less make a run for the Super Bowl? I don't know. And even if they do, I think they need to stay away from the likes of the Chiefs and the Ravens, if that's to be the case, at least early. Because right now, I don't know, with the way that they look, that they're equipped well enough to go against either. But who knows? There's certainly that chance that they could be likely the team that ends up just shocking the hell out of everybody and just getting hot at the right time. And this is usually about a good time for that to start, especially with the way that Sunday night went. Man, couldn't have been rough, especially for all you Mets fans. My condolences on that. And well, I'm sure it'll get better. Not that I have a horse in any of that race or any of what I'm about to talk about next, but it'll get better, New York. It'll get better. But with that in mind, we got to talk about this. Man, 43 years in the making, I believe they said. Yeah, it was 81. The Dodgers and the Yankees in the 2024 World Series. Man, this has history written all over it. It has star power written all over it. From Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, to Aaron Judge. I mean, man, it's just insane to think about when you've got this matchup of these two teams. And I think that it was obvious that this could have been the collision course, even from the beginning of the season. And it's a really, really long season. But this is something that I think that we all look forward to as sports fans. And let's be real, it's the one time in the year that we have all four major sports going all at once. You've got the NHL. They're actually going to be doing their swing around coverage or whatever it is, where every team in the league is actually going to be playing on ice tonight. Of course, you got the World Series. Even though that doesn't start for another week or so, it's still just going to be amazing to see. I will be doing my predictions on who I think will win the series within the coming days. But, yeah, this is really, really fun for me. I do actually enjoy watching a lot of playoff baseball, especially the World Series. You know, I think that it's been compelling TV. They've definitely been real competitive over recent years. And, you know, you just can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong at all. I know I don't talk a lot of baseball here, but this is one time where you're going to really hear me talking about it, and this is going to be a really fun matchup for all the obvious reasons. But more than that, it's New York and LA. I mean, how much better can it get? But nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that because I got to get ready for work here as always. But, you know, let me know what y'all think. I mean, gotta be one of the best times in sports. Frozen Frenzy is what it's called. Whip around coverage for the NHL. You know, opening night for the NBA. We got the NFL hot as it possibly can be. And of course, we're getting ready for the World Series. I mean, how much better can it get than sports in October? Nonetheless, like I said, y'all know what it is. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think down below. And of course, I am A&J, and there will certainly be more.